Only one family in the last half century has had the privilege of calling this place their home. Year after year, they built traditions and shaped memories into the land. Syrup boils in the sugar bush, laughter echoing from the Bunkie on summer nights, skating on the frozen pond, evenings spent in the shop with the wood stove burning. Children learn to ride their first dirt bikes here, to climb their first trees, to leave muddy boots in the mudroom after long walks through the fields. With 45.5 acres to explore on the edge of London, this property is as rare as they come. And now, for the first time in 50 years, one family will have the chance to carry that legacy forward. Don't spend the next half century wishing it had been yours. So this is the perfect country lot. It's the way that the property has been distributed. For example, the cornfield is way down the road there. So when you turn the corner there, you get to view all the beautiful property, all the fall foliage as you come up to the home, which is set way back in here with this beautiful tree-lined driveway. Now there's about 8 acres here around the home. There's about 20 acres workable. And then there's about 12 acres of bush that has winding trails. It's absolutely beautiful. At the front of the property here, we have these old paddocks here. So they used to have horses here at the front, so you'd roll up and see the horses. Then there's a beautiful pond there as well. And in the winter, they would flood, and then they would have their own skating rink. So leading up to the house, you're met with this beautiful brick on the exterior. The home almost has like a Cape Cod feel. And the back of the home is the real showcase as well, because it has a beautiful big covered veranda off the back. There's a nice side laneway here that goes back to the Outbuildings, which will never disappoint because there's 3 of them and they're all massive. But leading to the home, you have a nice walkway here. The columns set the tone as you enter in the front foyer. So this home is filled with lots of beautiful updates that have been done over the years, but you're welcome with this big foyer as you enter, and you have this grand staircase leading you up to the 2nd level. We have the formal dining right here, right off the foyer, but we also have this really great bonus room here. They used it as an additional bedroom, but there's already 3 upstairs and another one on the main, so you don't really need a 5th bedroom, but it would make a big, beautiful primary. But I could see this as a secondary family room or anything that you like. I prefer it as an office as well because you have the beautiful views out the front. Leading through here, we have the formal dining. Big windows here, gorgeous views that carries you into the updated kitchen. So the layout of this home is done so tastefully and nice. It's got a really cute, cozy kind of French country vibe when you're in here because you have these beautiful white pillars that are highlighted throughout the home on the front porch, but also they're right around the fireplace as well. It ties this entire space together. The kitchen is nicely appointed with lots of cabinetry. You have cabinetry over here as well with a wall pantry. Plus, you have this built-in breakfast nook here that you have overlooking the family room. I could just see kids here lined up, doing their homework after the school bus, enjoying family time while you're cooking dinner. It's just the perfect family kitchen, and when you come here, you'll feel the warmth when you're here. Down a few steps here, you have the harvest table, which this family has spent so many years sharing laughs and celebrations and traditions, all the holiday seasons. You take in the beautiful cornfields and the fall colors right now with the low profile windows. And then again, you have the beautiful family room here. So many times the family is gathered here for Christmas and holidays because this whole room, it's just really opened up for entertaining on a higher level and a lower level. Plus you have the quick access again through the mudroom and through the kitchen to the beautiful covered porch. Okay, so off the garage and you come in, which is great, you have this huge mudroom with the access to the back, big double closets there, and it's also got main floor laundry, which is really nice. This is great too, because this is a farm, right? You come in with your dirty boots, the dog has muddy paws, you got the space to kick them off and go into the main house. So down the hall here, you have a nicely appointed 3-piece bathroom, which is fantastic for guests because in this room here, remind you, we are still on the main floor. You have your guest bedroom, which is amazing for entertaining. And then you have quick access to the lower level here. This leads to the basement, which actually has really high ceilings and a huge cellar. There's definitely development potential downstairs. So upstairs, you'll have 3 huge bedrooms, all with really big closets. At the top of the stairs here, you have a nice 4-piece bathroom. And then into the primary, you have his and her closets, but you also have your very own ensuite as well. And this space is really unique. It could be used as a walk-in closet because it's so spacious to go into the ensuite. You know, in homes like this, you don't expect to see this much storage. This room here has a walk-in closet, and in here, there's additional storage that runs the whole span of the second level, plus the whole basement, and you have the garage and the shops. You will never run out of storage on this property. Back veranda with beautiful tongue and groove on the ceiling here are these beautiful white columns framing the backyard. This is what you want in a country property. You got the hum of the cicadas and the crickets here at night when you're trying to wind down. Plus, it's really nice because this veranda carries all the way to the mudroom as well. So it's almost like a wrap around the back of the home. Plus, you'll notice here, the brick, it also wraps around the back of the home as well. So this is by far one of my favorite features are the views off this back porch. This is really neat. So we have the swing in the tree here. We have the Bunkie over here, which I'll show you. But we also have this little bridge that leads to the back forest that has the sugar maples where you can make some syrup, leads right to the shops. And then this right here, this is where they would do their annual family corn boils. And I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to go to a really good corn boil, and this is where you can do it. This is the perfect setting. Plus the corn's right there. You can just grab it right from the field. So here's the Bunkie. I mean, you could use this for anything you like, but the back doors open up and the family remembers having sleepovers out here in the summertime, and it's just the perfect escape from the house, and it's just like your own little hangout spot. Okay, so if you look up there, you'll see shop number 2 because there's 3 outbuildings here, which makes the backyard even better. Plus there's an outhouse behind you, Brent. So if you really want to entertain, don't worry, we have a working outhouse. So let's pop into the first shop to tour it. We have the nice door here that opens this up so you have access on both front and back to bring in that natural light, but also to bring in nice big farm vehicles if you need to. This is a great space for storage or whatever you want to use this farm for. So the family had so many great stories about how they used all these buildings. And in between these two, this is this old concrete pad, which you can see the hockey net because they used to flood this in the winter. And this is your own outdoor hockey rink with some lights. And if that wasn't great enough, you had quick access over here, which leads to the other shop. So this is where everybody hung out because you got the fireplace here, you got the dartboard over there, you got all the stuff here that you can be woodworking, working on projects, working on crafts. There's a little cute room back there with lockers for your skates. So you can warm up after you've been skating all evening. This room here, I can see how many different stories have been shared. And honestly, just the whole flow of this property, I could see myself here even tonight if I stay a little bit later. This is a really great way to kind of show you how these shops are arranged on the property. Little sugar maple in the back here. So this space here was spent a lot of time entertaining and gathering. And making syrup actually was one of their favorite pastimes to do in this area. And this is barn number 3. Well, it is the barn. So let's go check it out. And now we're standing in building number 3, the barn, which has the front doors there that open. It's the perfect outbuilding if you choose to have animals here. So this area here, that's the road that you come along here before you approach the home. This is actually a pond. It's a little dry. We've had like the driest summer ever, but you could bring this back to a pond. They used to call that the island in the middle there. And this is where they would actually skate as well during the winter months. But I could also see this kind of cleared out. It'd be a beautiful setting to have this pond as you're approaching the home to this country estate. As this farm prepares to welcome its next family, the hope is that they will find the same peace, the same beauty, and the same sense of belonging. They will not only inherit the land, but also the love, the lessons, and the life that have filled it for 50 years. Only one family has had the chance in the last half century. Now, one family will have it again. Don't spend the next 50 years wishing it had been yours.